Shalom, shalom. This video is about the Gospel of John chapter 4, verse 43 to 45. And it's all about prayers welcoming Yeshua into people's lives. Something we should do. I read the text. After the 2 days in Shechem, Yeshua went on from there into the Galilee. Now Yeshua himself had testified that a prophet has no honor in his own country. But when he came into the Galilee, they welcomed him. For they had seen all he had done at the feast, that is the Passover in Jerusalem, since they also had gone up to celebrate. The Passover is one of the 3 pilgrimage festivals, or Moedim, appointed times of Adonai. It's not a Jewish festival, it's Adonai's appointed time. And the people saw what Yeshua did there and they heard him teaching. Okay, the prayer is quite simple. The Galileans welcomed Yeshua into his homeland. And that is the homeland, the Galileans, where he was based during most of the 70 weeks of fulfilling his mission. Yes, his mission was 70 weeks long if you plot his activity out on a calendar, and not 3 years long as is widely taught. There are 3 interesting transliterations between the Greek ground text and English in these verses, and that's interesting to look at. The middle one is the Greek word patridi, and from patris, which does mean fatherland rather than hometown. However, Yeshua said these words, a prophet has no honor in his own country, and he said that in Nazareth, where he grew up. In biblical times, the applicability of his words in this regard may not have extended to include the entire Galilee, and especially where he was is on the north shore, when Nazareth is further to the southwest of the Galilee. Nazareth is some 35 kilometers west-southwest from the Galilee shore, the nearest shore. That's 45 kilometers by road. It's midway between the Sea of Galilee and the Mediterranean, known in Bible times as the Great Sea. It's directly across the Megiddo Valley from Mount Carmel. Remember the Elijah place where Elijah slaughtered the 400 prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel? Nazareth is directly on the opposite side of the Megiddo Valley, and it is 104 kilometers directly north of Jerusalem, and that distance is 143 kilometers by road because of the mountainous terrain. The 2 other translation or transliteration oddities are both relate to the same word, and each time the Greek text refers to 10 Galilean, and both times this Greek word 10 is not translated. According to Strong's lexicon, 10 is word number 3588, and it has the same meaning as toe and hoe in Greek. These words are the equivalent to the Hebrew et, the aleph taf, with the primary meaning of the God of creation. That comes from Genesis 1 verse 1, where et, Elohim et, who created the heavens and earth, the et is not translated there. And the secondary meaning of et is the one and only one, the unique thing. We can see that this does not make, though, for an English fit into English. So probably the reason why the Bible translators opted to ignore or skip over or cover this word, this Greek word 10. The Greek word 10 implies that the Galilee belonged to Elohim, and even more so than Jerusalem or the rest of Israel, but it all does, and of course the rest of the world as well. The Satan who claims the kingdoms of the world, he does not own the world. It was created by God. It's God's property. The claim is false. The kingdom is a spiritual construct, and that certainly is what the devil can claim. So in this way, the Galilee is unique as well. It belongs to Elohim and it's unique. Yet on account of the work that Yeshua had done during the previous Passover, the Galileans welcomed him into their region. Therefore, his mission unfolded there. The Galileans were taken by the miracle healings and by the teachings that Yeshua performed in Jerusalem. Unfortunately, we read elsewhere that the Galilean welcome did not always equate to souls saved. The entertainment value of the miracles was more welcome at times than what commitment in faith was. The four Gospels were written so that we too can learn from these works that Yeshua had done. We also know that the great work that he had done on the following Passover, when he settled the score for our sin and conquered death, all of this lead us to also welcome Yeshua into our lives as the Galileans did. We must do that. Many Galileans wanted the signs and the healings, but they hesitated to believe that Yeshua was the Messiah. Those people welcomed him into their culture, but not into their hearts, not wholeheartedly as the Samaritans of Shechem did. The same danger lurks amongst us in our society, to welcome Christian principles so sorely lacking in our postmodern culture, and to have our impediments resolved, but not welcoming Yeshua into our hearts. This is the danger. In this, we have to follow the people of Shechem rather than the Galileans. I hope this may entice you to also read these verses for yourself. Shalom, shalom.